Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy. Now, if you're new to the channel, please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. This is the show where you guys send in your messiest, toxic, most out of pocket predicaments, and I attempt to break them down, giving my honest and unbiased feedback. Now, listen, I'm a comedian, not a therapist, so ain't no guarantee that I'll be able to fix your life, but I can provide laughter along the way and call it like I see it. So, without any further ado, let's get into the episode. I titled this first letter, My Birthday's Coming Up. Shouldn't he be paying for everything? She said, Hey, Mike, am I wrong for expecting more from this man? Now, if I'm a gambling man, I'm going to say yes. But proceed. I'm listening. I met this guy 2 weeks ago. We've been out twice. Nice vibes, good conversation. Everything's cool. He says he really likes me and wants to keep getting to know each other. Okay, seems like he's being intentional. I like that. But here's my thing. My birthday's coming up in a couple of weeks. Ah, shit. Here we go. I mentioned I'm going to Miami with some of my girls. Spoiler alert, y'all won't be friends when you get back from the trip. And he just nodded like, that's cool, and kept it moving. Didn't offer to contribute, didn't ask if I needed anything, not even a let me get your hair done type gesture. I'm still trying to figure out what the issue is. Like, sir, do you not understand how birthdays work? Nah, 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 nah. I think you want to know if he understands how begging works. You're trying to date me, but not trying to celebrate me? Like this video if she's pissing you off. I'm not saying he has to drop thousands, but a little something. Nails, a bag, a flight. No, I'll help you carry your bags to your flight so you don't mess up your nails. I know we just met, but if you like me, I'm sure he's not gonna like you anymore after he gets to know you. Shouldn't you be trying to impress me or at least act like you care? I'm honestly thinking about falling back. That would be doing both of y'all a favor, trust and believe. Either he's not that into me or he's broke. Either way, I don't want to waste my time. Should I just cut him off or tell him how I feel, even though I already know how that conversation is going to go? I wish I would meet a chick, take her out on 2 dates in 2 weeks, and she talking about some, my birthday's coming up. Yeah, I really like you. Nah, don't tell me, zell me. Nah, get out of here, Beggy Bundy. Begging good, beg the stallion, knock it off. I've been knowing you for 14 days. You only got one paycheck in the amount of time we didn't know each other, talking about some, don't I got some bread on your flight or your nails or maybe a bag. How about you stop begging and get to work? Nobody funding your trip to Miami. Sell that box on South Beach to fund your little VIP section. Let them drug dealers, them out of town tourists pour that 1942 down your throat and freak off at the Fontainebleau presidential room, one of them big time players. Get them to fund your birthday trip. Homie cuz back home really like you. He trying to build something, get to know you. You talking about some, yeah, if he like me, why ain't he trying to celebrate me? Nah, you trying to celebrate his bank account. You're bugging out. I thought Shorty was trying to troll me in the beginning, like just use a catchy headline so I'll read the letter and then ask me some real advice in the body of the paragraph. Pause if applicable. I don't know if that was crazy or not. It sounded a little crazy when it came off my lips. That's another pause. But what is she talking about? We went out twice, good conversation. He want to keep getting to know me. And you trying to get to know if he gonna spend them ducats on you. Nah, that's nasty work. What you need to do is go ahead and just reevaluate your trip. If you ain't got the funds to get your nail and all that done, then you just go ahead and party locally. You know what I'm saying? Go get a little bottomless mimosa brunch at your little hookah lounge or whatever they be having on the Sundays with your homegirls. R&B vibes. Don't go to Miami. Don't go to Miami if you think homie cuz is supposed to be funding a trip or I'm gonna cut him off. Go good. Do y'all both a favor. Cause you really doing him more. You saving him from a headache of a lifetime. Ain't enough ibuprofen in the world to block that headache you about to cause him. You're bugging out, shorty. So my advice to you is stay alert, stay alive. I titled this next letter, DoorDash Delivery Disaster. Yo, Mike, tell me if I'm cooked or not. I've been doing DoorDash on the side for a few months now. Nothing crazy, just some extra money here and there. Side hustle activities, but I'm here for it. So one night, I get this order to this nice house in a rich part of town. I walk up to the door, hit the bell, and when it opens, I freeze. I see my crush standing there. My boy saw a bay and got butterflies. Now, I like this girl for a while. We cool, we follow each other on IG, had a couple good conversations in the DM, and she seemed to like me as well. Like this video if you think he's full of shit. But I never made a move. Mob Deep already explained the meaning of shook, word to Big L. She always seemed out of my league, but still super down to earth. I had no idea it was her when I accepted the order, because she not even from that part of town. Boy was door dashing in a different zip code trying to stay low like a stripper. Turns out she was hanging out at her homegirl's house for a kickback, and she just happened to be the one who opened the door. The second she saw me, her whole face changed. She smiled, but it was awkward. She said, "Oh, hey." I didn't know you did this. That's called the ick, and you just gave it to her. I didn't really know what to say, so I just handed her the bag and kind of mumbled something like, yeah, just for extra cash. She said, thank you, closed the door, and that was it. Shorty won a boss, and you brought her food from Boston Market. Nah, I ain't talked to her since. Boy ain't even opened the IG app in days. I feel embarrassed. Like now she sees me as the DoorDash guy. Nah, your new nickname is DDG? DoorDash guy? That's nasty work. I know there's no shame in working, but for some reason I can't shake the feeling that something shifted. Only thing that shifted was that transmission when you scurried off in shame. Am I overthinking this? Do I just move on? Or is there a way to bounce back from this and still shoot my shot? Yeah, my boy, I'm afraid you're cooked. That was the first question you asked me. Yeah, you're cooked. But not because of the DoorDash thing per se. It's because of the way she saw your confidence crumble like the Twin Towers as soon as you see her see you. That's nasty work. You should have stood 10 toes on. You know what I'm saying? Soon as she said, "Oh yeah, I know you did this," you should have been like, "Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got something I'm working on. I need a little extra money on the side. You know what I'm saying? I'm using my 9 to 5 to fund my 5 to 9. Let me get a fry, boo. How you been though?" I would have just spit it like that. You got to just stand on it. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you open the door, you didn't tuck your tail. She didn't seen all the masculinity just evaporate from your body. She's just seen it just running out of you. Hey yo, pause. That sounded crazy. But as soon as you did the and mumble, you ain't even had a tone to be like, yeah, little extra cheese on the side. So y'all having a kickback? Cause I'll punch out right now. What's good? Y'all got liquor? You know what I'm saying? I would have spun it like that. Something. Flirted with her, made her smile. Damn, I ain't expect to see you like that. You know what I'm saying? You usually be dolled up on the gram. You looking, you know what I'm saying? Sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on. That's when yeah, you know, I did some Drake shit. Something like that. I wouldn't have folded. You know what I'm saying? You showed your hand right away. You know what I'm saying? That was crazy. So if it's a dub now, it ain't because of the DoorDash thing. It's because of the way you acted when she found out about it. Because now she know you embarrassed, you ashamed. You said ain't nothing wrong with working, but you clearly ashamed of that. You know what I'm saying? So the problem ain't really so much what you was doing, it's the fact that how you represented it. You should have stood in it. Oh, that was crazy too. I'm doing a lot of shit this episode is not, you know what I'm saying? Zest time out. But nah. So my advice to you bros, man, like just cool out for a minute. Then I don't, yeah, you know what, bro? I'm gonna just tell you right now, man. Just fall back. Let her reach out first. She might DM you with the, oh, hey, how you been? I ain't seen you in a minute. Oh, yeah, I'm cool, man. You know, I got this little project on the side. I've been focused on that, trying to build that up, stack as much chips as I can to get that off the ground. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a vision for the next 5 years of my life, and I'm locked in on that. I don't even care if that's a lie. If you door dashing for Jordan money, cool, but you got to tell her that, then get her back on your side, then be like, yeah, you know, and then, you know, you'll figure it out. But the way you acted when she opened the door, nah. 9 out of 10 times, you're a dub. So my advice to you, my boy, stay alert, stay alive. I titled this next letter, Addiction Ruined Our Bond. He said, hey, Mike, I need your help with something, man. Be honest. I've been struggling with this for a minute. My dad was never in my life growing up. No birthdays, no calls, no support, nothing but broken promises. Tyler Perry presents Diary of a Deadbeat Dad, coming to theaters this fall. My mom did it all on her own while working 2 jobs, and I had to step up and be the man of the house. Like this video if you think he's full of shit. I always held that against him. Recently, he reached out to my mom saying he wants to meet me and my sister, and she finally told us the truth that he had been addicted to drugs for years, and that's why he stayed away. He was looking like Bubbles from The Wire. That's nasty work. Now he's sick and not doing well,
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
and this might be his way of trying to make peace before he checks out. My sister's more open to it. She believes people change and deserve answers. But me, I'm not there yet. I still got hate in my heart. Only money can drive out hate, or whatever Martin Luther King said. I can't forget what it felt like growing up without a father while knowing he was out there somewhere just choosing not to show up. Nah, your pops was blasted into space, my boy. I know addiction is real, but the pain is too. Pain, that's just weakness leaving the body. So now I'm stuck. Now you know how he feels on that dope fiend lean. Do I give him a chance to say whatever he needs to say before it's too late? Or do I keep protecting myself and walk away from someone who walked away from me first? What would you do, Mike? Yo, I'm gonna keep it real with you, my boy. I can relate. My mom was on drugs, addicted to crack cocaine ever since I was like 15. She clean now. Salute moms. You know what I'm saying? My uncles, I had a few uncles. Snap City, they was cracked out too, you know what I mean? So I know what addiction do to the family. It's super duper nasty work. I ain't gonna lie. But I don't want you thinking your dad was just out there just popping mo on a speedboat like Jigga and then flashing a rollie, pouring champagne down a baddie's throat. Nah, that's not what he was doing. He was on a street corner somewhere, blasted off. That boy discovered the metaverse way before Zuckerberg. He was out there struggling. You know what I'm saying? That crack rock just take you over. You be Pookie Loke on the corner. It's a cold world. You know what I mean? So what he did was probably the best for you and your sister. I'm gonna keep it a buck because having a dad like that in your life probably more detrimental to you than not having a dad at all. I know your mom was struggling, had to get two jobs. Man, a lot of us can relate to that. I grew up in the hood, you know what I'm saying? A lot of my friends had a mom work two jobs. Some of my friends ain't had no, their mom didn't know where their kid was at all day. She working two, three shifts. We thinking, damn, he got the life. He allowed to just run around, do whatever he want. Nah, his mom's a crack. I mean, his mom's on work because his dad's a crackhead and he ain't in the picture. She pulling triples down at the plant. You know what I'm saying? So nah, you have to forgive your dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it might not be easy, but you're not gonna get that chance again. Cause if homie cuz peel out and go see the Lord before you get to make it right with him, you're gonna be left with a bunch of unanswered questions. Yo, how was you as a kid? There's a lot of stuff you want to know about your dad because a lot of that stuff about your dad makes up who you are as yourself. You know what I'm saying? Your sister's smarter than you. Women are more like that. They're more affectionate. They're more nurturing. You know what I'm saying? So she can look at your dad and she can see the good in him and separate that from the lack of him not being there. She can understand. She feels like now she's in a position to be the bigger person per se. You sitting there with the nah, bro, it's at football games you ain't come. That's crazy. Nah, I feel you, bro. That do hurt. You know what I mean? But if he checks out before you get to have a convo with him, you're gonna resent that. And there's no getting that back. So my advice to you, man, you know what I'm saying? Definitely stay alert, stay alive for sure. But I would have it sit down with that man, ask him all the questions you want. Even if you got to get it off your chest and be like, bro, I hate you. You wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? I don't really hate you. I hate how you made me feel. I do love you, but it's just hard to tap into that because I felt like you abandoned me. You know what I'm saying? Your dad probably gonna have some, yo, man, your mom was a good woman. I ain't deserve her. We was having fun. You know what I'm saying? We was partying, all that. I wasn't ready for a woman like that. I guarantee you it's something like that. Your mom sounded like she a hell of a woman. You know what I'm saying? She did a thorough job. Maybe she made a mistake or two. You know what I'm saying? Maybe your dad changed all of a sudden. Maybe the weight of the world on his shoulders, having two kids and a wife or whatever your mom was to him, was just too much. And he went out there one time and got high and just never recovered from it. Give him some grace though, man. I'm gonna be honest. I usually joke about this, but no, in this situation, man, I would honestly sit down with that man and just have one of those conversations where it's all out. You might cry, you might laugh, you might be mad for a second, whatever. But I think it'll be best for both of y'all. And I think the rest of your life moving forward will benefit from having that conversation now. So that's my advice to you, man. Make amends with your pops, give him a hug, tell him you love him, ask him what you got to ask him. But most importantly, bro, stay alert, stay alive. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy, and I hope you enjoyed me as much as I enjoyed you. And if so, please do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. Like this video. Matter of fact, leave a comment telling me what advice you would have gave to them. And maybe you got your own toxic tale to tell about a shady friend, or you got an entanglement you need help getting untangled. If so, feel free to drop us a letter at the email provided below, and we'll read it in a future segment of Advice with Mike. Now, with that being said, our time together has come to an end. And just remember, stay alert, stay alive.